Bad nose out of party, man. Oh my god.
I'm a fire starter, twisted fire starter.
One that scratches, making it.
And today we're back at Kamikaze. So we're going to open up the bonnet, let you look under the skirt and check this supercharger kit out. Stay with me. I'll get a different angle here and we're going to get a nice close-up. So I've done my intro, I've driven around, I've had the best morning here at Port Kembla, trying to get some different shots and different angles, and we're here. So it's been a long time coming between summer nats and just rain and weather and work, and 6 days I've been working, and it's crazy time. So I'm finally here, I'm starting to shoot Kamikaze in the Harrop 2300 supercharger kit. Harrop. The kit comes in a big red box. You might get another little box with the inner chiller itself, but the box will come with the supercharger, the Harrop OTR, the inner chiller. Underneath that headlight is a standalone water pump. Underneath this headlight is the relocation washer bottle. So usually your washer bottle goes from like radiator support to radiator support, and you take that one out, take the original washer motor out of it, put it into the new one, and it fits up on the chassis rail. And I'll take the front bar off and show you how that works. So I'll get home to take this front bar off, but right now the Harrop supercharger, and you get a Harrop Valley plate, another Harrop Valley plate. And the only reason you get a Harrop Valley plate is because the oil pressure switch stands upright, and on the Harrop one it lays it down so it doesn't foul on the supercharger. You get all these lines. Now the supercharger comes fitted with the rail and the injectors. I believe they're 650 Bosch injectors, so it comes already fitted, ready just to lay on top and torque it down. I went online and looked at the Harrop instructions, and on the instructions it tells you all your torque settings. So just follow your torque settings. It's not hard, that part. This part of the kit is actually quite easy and quite quick to install. So the rest of the kit, you'll have your thermostat down here, and you'll have your new heater hoses will just come out. Try and get in there a bit closer. Underneath, so that's the clamp to one of your heater hoses. You've got two there. It'll come out and up, and it will just follow up. New heater hoses to your firewall. Instead of the original ones that lay over, they give you new ones that run straight across, and it's a lot neater. With your coils and your injectors, just unplug them, sit your harness to the sides, and that will give you enough room to lift everything on and off. So you get a new 2.7 map sensor. It all in there, just plugs all in. It's very easy. Now this is your inner chiller header tank. It's only quite small. I don't know why it is that small. I think it's just because it's efficient on a street car. It works, but for me, if I was driving around summer nights, it would actually concern me because of the heat that, you know, the LSs produce. LSs produce quite a lot of heat, and like say if you go to power cruise or summer nights and you just, you know, you're getting your engine hot. That's not even including just the boost pressure into your manifold. That will be enough to start sort of pressurizing this a little bit. Gotta be careful of that, it's rubbing through. Pressurizing a little bit. So I'm going to put a bigger header tank on with a breather and an overflow sort of thing. Great idea though. It's a great kit. It fits in here like it looks factory. It looks really factory. You get another pulley. What would you call that? Like a pulley mount. And you just bolt that on. It's got a nice little roller underneath here, just to suit the supercharger in the way it gets it underneath your Harrop OTR, and then back up and around. This one has a 95 pulley on it. It came with a 70. I was lucky that the guys at the tune shop had this pulley. That's why it's got the marks on it second hand. Because of the fuel pump issue, like you probably saw in my Kamikaze video 1, I never had a fuel pump in this. And it's a crossover year, so of course I didn't put a new fuel pump in it because it was technically meant to work. It was just unfortunate that I got there that day, and instead of losing my, because you got to book in for a dyno day, so instead of losing my time, we done the best we could just to get this thing on the road. So we just dropped the PSI, which was looking around about the 12 to 13 PSI at 6 or 6500, down to 8 at 6100. So 8 PSI at 6100. So that's why that pulley's got a mark in it. It's just a second-hand pulley. So that's why you get that new, what was that idler mount, just to go under, get this up and over your supercharger snout. Everything else is the same. You might have to find a belt that suits. It just takes you a couple of goes just to find one. They do give you a generic belt. I just found, actually with this pulley, I found I actually used the Harrop belt with this pulley, but with the 70mm pulley I had to buy another one. So all that part's easy. All the supercharger, the valley plate, all your harness, that's easy. You'll figure that out. So you just mount this. All your hoses and your descriptions are on the internet. So it comes from your header tank down to the top of your inner chiller. Goes through your inner chiller, down the bottom, it comes out, up underneath near your thermostat. See where it's rubbing there? So this is the little things that you need to have a look, but let's not get distracted. Comes up under your, past your thermostat, past your header tank again, and comes underneath your Harrop kit. So you'll have 3 outlets. So that one will go on the bottom, these 2 out will come up to the top again. So I hope that helps. I hope all this helps. I hope I can edit this as well, that will make it a little bit more understanding. I feel the description of this kit, less is more, is a lot more. When it comes to powering that water pump, I'll show you how that works. It plugs into a plug, comes up, you got your earth. This is where it tells you to put it. So that's the earth for your water pump, and then that's your harness. So I've just got everything all zip tied the best I can. And then my positive, I got into an ignition fuse. Now this is where some of the kit gets confusing, because it's a VE VF kit. Now that fuse box is different between the years. So I believe the description they use is more VF than VE. That's why I did it that way. I didn't do it that way because I'm dodgy. I did it that way because it's the best that I know how to, until I can get an electrician to come and have a look at it. And I might get him to do that while I get him to finish off my thermo fan for the inner chiller. So that inner chiller is going to help me a lot at summer nights. Trying to get a bigger header tank for that reservoir for that intercooler, I feel is going to do this kit so much wonders. It's going to help this kit a lot. So I'll just put that on there before I forget. So the kit's actually quite neat. All this stuff I should have got off Low Fab, and I'm going to get more. So Damien, if you're watching, brother, you can help me out. I'll meet you halfway or do something. Let's work something out, mate. Let's work something out. But I don't want Chinese shit on this. I want quality, and your quality, brother. So let's try and work that out. All right, guys, we're just about done. Been a big day, but I've just gotten home. Ripped this front bar off quickly. It doesn't take much to do. So 2 10mm, one here, one here. You have to take the grill out, but once the grill's out, actually I can't remember if you got to take the grill out to do this. I don't think you got to. I think it's just them 2 10mm. So 10mm, 10mm. You got 2 10mm underneath each guard, and then undo your 4 plastic screws, and it just pulls off. This sits in there like that, and then your 2 10mm come underneath here, and then your plastic guards, and then your light wiring for your fog lights. Unclip that, and these clips just go into here, under there, and you just pop the bar off, and that's how you get your bar off. Okay, so now we went through the header tank and where all them lines go. Now this is that standalone water pump that just bolts into here. The little water pump that pumps the water out. That's your harness that goes up into that fuse box, like I said. That comes up into that fuse box where that's your earth, that's your positive, like I said before. Now it sucks water from here up the bottom into your intercooler underneath the supercharger, and then back out. You got your two lines back out into here, into like your swell pot, I guess. I'm not even sure what you call that. And then from there comes down back around the front, and that's the cycle, like this, up into your supercharger, into your header tank, and back down. And then that just works all the time. As soon as you hit your ignition, it just starts pumping water. I'm going to do my thermo fan for it, so it just keeps things extra cooler. But that's the water pump. The old washer bottle. Now this is the washer bottle. This is the washer bottle that you'd usually have. So usually that sits in behind there, behind that front crash bar, and then that part hooks up to this, which is your washer bottle, and it goes down into here, and then that is where your pump is. So you take your standard washer bottle pump out, discard this. Now your inner chiller's in there, they give you this here. I'm not sure how well you're going to see it. So you refit your washer bottle, standard VE washer bottle pump there, and they give you your harness and some extra long hose. Your filler neck just goes down and fits in top in there. Not sure if you can see it. And that's your relocation washer bottle. Just like that, just sits over the chassis rail, tech screwed in, your little water pump, extension hose, and your plug, so your wiring plug for it. And that's the relocation washer bottle from Harrop. That's a Harrop bottle kit, washer bottle relocation kit. Ugh. So that's pretty much it, and I hope this helps. I couldn't find anything out there that would have helped me. So I'm going to go back through and edit this, and hopefully I can edit it in a way that it flows a bit and it can help you. But I can only do my best for you guys. Harrop 2300 supercharger, standard ls2. It's a ripper. It's a good thing. Go buy one. High torque performance, Queensland. Go buy one. Standalone water pump, wiring, it's all done. Relocation washer bottle, inner chiller with hoses, new heater hoses, supercharger on top of a replacement valley cover. Simple. OTR, Harrop OTR. Simple. Good luck. Thank you. Please subscribe. See ya.